Good evening, everyone. Tonight, we're going to have our first grammar session. So the flow of our session will be a short discussion about the topic and then a short quiz afterward, right? As much as possible, I don't want our session to be boring. So this will be an interactive discussion and I'm requesting for your participation. So our topic for tonight is the subject and verb agreement. Yes. Yep. I think everyone of us is aware of the rules of the SVA, or the subject and verb agreement. It is the foundation of the sentence. For us to construct good sentences, we have to master these rules. The subject and verb agreement is composed of 11 rules, but we're going to discuss only 6 rules for tonight. We'll be discussing the other half in our next session. Okay? So let's start. First, what is SVA, or subject-verb agreement? Anyone who wants to read this? You want to read the definition? Please read. Anyone who wants to read the definition of SVA, or subject-verb agreement? All right.
Okay, I'm reading. Can I?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
It refers to the grammatical concept that the subject of a sentence must align with the main verb of that some sentence. In particular, singular subjects take singular verbs and plural subjects take plural verbs.
Thank you, Ms. Sakshi. Yes, that is the basic rule of SVA, and we also have some exceptions, which will be discussed later. The most common verb agreement error occurs when we lose track of the real subject of the sentence. We tend to identify the object of a preposition as part of the subject most of the time, and we choose the wrong form of the verb. We can consistently match subjects with their proper verbs by studying SVA rules and learning how to separate the preposition phrases from the subjects. So let's proceed to our first rule. Rule number 1, singular subjects require singular verbs. Example, the list of the items is on the desk. In the given sentence, the subject is list, which is singular, and so the verb should also be in a singular form, which is, right? So the subject and verb agree with each other in a singular form. We cannot say that the subject is the items, but it is the object of a preposition. This is what I was saying earlier, that we tend to identify the object of a preposition as part of the subject most of the time, and so we choose the wrong form of the verb. If we consider the items as the subject of the sentence, then the verb will be are, and the sentence will become the list of the items are on the desk, which is grammatically wrong. So always remember to separate prepositional phrases from the subject. Now, is there anyone who can give another sentence example regarding our first rule? Singular subjects require singular verbs.
Ramesh buy some apples.
Alright, so Ramesh buys some apples. So the subject is Ramesh, and the verb should also be in singular form, which is buys. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to the rule. So let's proceed to rule number 2. Plural subjects require plural verbs. So example, the trains run all night long. In the the given sentence, the subject is trains and the verb is run, which are both in plural forms. So this is very simple. So anyone who can give another sentence example, the subject and the verb should both be in plural forms. Anyone? Prakash, Avi, SM. Anyone who can give another sentence example in our rule number 2? So the sentence should have a plural subject and a plural subject and a plural verb.
They are here in my room.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Sumendas. Yeah, they are here in my room. So the subject is they, which is a plural form, and also the verb is are, which also in the plural form. So the subject and the verb are both agree with our rule number 2. Thank you. So next is the exception. So as I was saying earlier, we have an exception to the rules, or we have the exceptions to the basic rules of the SVA. Number 1, the first person pronoun I requires a plural verb. Example, I read books every day. So we cannot say that I read books every day. That is grammatically wrong. So we use the plural form of the verb, which is read. I read books every day. The next exception is the basic form of the verb is used after certain main verbs such as watch, see, hear, feel, help, let, and make. Example, he watched Ronaldo score the winning goal. The main verb of the given sentence is watched, so the second verb should be in the basic form or the V1 form, which is score. So whenever you see two verbs in a sentence, and the first verb is either watch, see, hear, feel, help, let, and make, so the second verb should be in a V1 form or the basic form of the verb. Is it clear? Are we clear with the exceptions? Okay, so we can proceed to our next rule. Rule number 3, compound subjects with the word and are required plural verbs. Example, Jo and Jay enjoy watching films. When the subject of the sentence is composed of two or more nouns or pronouns connected by the word and, we should use a plural form of the verb. In the given sentence, the subject Jo and Jay are grouped and created a compound subject. So the verb should be in a plural form, which is enjoy. So, do you get it, guys? Do you have any questions?
No, it's clear.
So can you give an example sentence of our rule number 3? Compound subjects with the word and require plural verbs. Robin, are you there? Or G, are you there?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, Suman, yes.
Mr. Ram or Sam are going to market every day.
And we are using and, like a Ram and Sam, not a Ram and Sam.
Sorry. Mr. Ram and Sam.
Mr. Ram is to the market every day.
Yeah.
So our subject is Mr. Ram and Sam, which are connected with the word and. So we consider it as a compound subject. So thus, our verb is also in plural form. The next, rule number 4, compound subjects with the word or nor can take either a singular verb or a plural verb. Examples, either Jo or Jay knows the answer. The second one is, either Jo or his sisters know the answer. So the rule number 4, if the number of the subject closest to the verb is singular, use a singular verb. And if the number of the subject closest to the verb is plural, use a plural verb. So in the first example sentence, either Jo or Jay knows the answer. The compound subject connected by the word or is Jo or Jay. Jay is the subject closest to the verb, so we should use the singular form knows. Either Jo or Jay knows the answer. In the second example sentence, either Jay or his sisters know the answer. So first, let's identify what is the subject. What is the subject of the second example sentence? Anyone?
Jay and his sister.
Yeah, Jay or his sister. So the subject closest to the verb is his sister. So we should use the plural form of the verb know.
No.
Yep. Sure. Thank you, Sakshi. Let's proceed to rule number 5. Anyone who can read? Are you there?
Can I?
Sure.
Collective nouns can be singular or plural. If the collective noun refers to the group as a unit, then it takes a singular verb. If it refers to the individual in the group or the parts that make up the group, then the verb should be plural.
Right. So if the context of the sentence makes you visualize the group doing something together as one unit, then the noun is singular and takes a singular verb. So what are the examples of collective nouns that require singular verbs? These are team, company, city, state, government, and store. So let's check the example sentence. For example number 1, the team agrees that the new curtains would improve the space. So in this sentence, the subject team serves as one unit. So the verb is in the singular form, which is agrees. However, if you visualize different members of the group performing different actions, then the noun is plural and takes a plural verb. So these are team members, company leaders, and city officials. So these are examples of collective nouns that are considered plural and thus take plural verbs. So in the second example sentence, the team members have gone their separate ways after the project. In this given sentence, the team member is our subject, which is considered plural. Thus, our verb have gone is also in the plural form. Can you give another sentence example regarding our fifth rule? Our fifth rule is all about collective nouns.
The army, can I?
Sure, Sakshi.
The army provide girls to fight in the war.
Can you repeat
The army provide girls to fight in the war.
Alright, so our subject is the army, which is considered as one unit. So the verb should agree with it with its singular form, provides. Thank you, Sakshi, for always participating. Yeah. So let's now proceed to our sixth and last rule for tonight. It's all about indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronouns are a singular and take singular verbs. So what are the indefinite pronouns? Anything, anywhere, anybody, anyone, each one, either, neither, everyone, everybody, nobody, somebody, someone, and no one. For example, every one of us has enormous potential to succeed in life. So we have an indefinite pronoun everyone as a subject. So it should take a singular verb, which is has. We understand our rule number 6. It's all about indefinite pronouns. You can also give another example about it.
Okay, hello Joe.
Yes, Narendra.
Why you use of us? Everyone has an enormous potential to succeed in life. Correct, no? Why you use every one of us?
Yeah, every one of us.
No, I'm asking about the of us. You used of us. Every one of us has an enormous potential to succeed in a life. But I think it's correct. Everyone has an enormous potential to succeed in a life.
Yeah, it could be
So
everyone has enormous.
He is asking regarding the grammar, of use of. Okay. Yeah. So he's asking regarding the grammar.
So it could be either way. Everyone has enormous potential to succeed in life. But in the sentence, it's very particular that every one of us has enormous potential to succeed in life. So both are correct.
Okay, both are correct. We can use everyone has an enormous potential to succeed in a life. And every one of us. Okay. I can translate.
Yeah, you're correct. Thank you for your question. So can you give another example?
You can sit anywhere in this place.
Wait a minute. The example is everyone can unleash their potential.
Come again?
Everyone can unleash their potential.
Everyone can unleash their potentials.
Is it correct?
Yeah, but I think it's not based on our rule number 6.
Okay, then.
Dear member who are not taking participate, please mute yourself. Dear member who are not taking participate, please mute yourself. Yeah. Thank you.
So I will give another example. Somebody is expecting me to come over. So our subject, somebody, is an indefinite pronoun. So the verb should should be in singular form. Somebody is expecting me to come over. So any questions regarding our 6 rules of SBA?
No. Joe, I have a question. Like, what is, some time ago, before some time, I used one word, everyone can unleash their potential. Why is it different than this example?
Yeah, I think we will discuss that in the next rules of SBA. Because yeah.
So it's come under SPA rule.
Mm.
Okay.
So we are still on the 6th rule of SPA. So your sentence is implying the capability, right, with the modal can. So it's under a different rule of SPA. All right. So any more questions? We will discuss the remaining rules in our next session. So is there any question regarding our topic?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have. I want to ask that. And these all are used in the middle of the sentence or before the sentence.
As long as the indefinite pronoun serves as the subject of the sentence.
Okay.
Yep. Any more question? Before we proceed to the quiz, we will have a quiz after this. Sir PM, any more anything to say? Is there anything?
Yeah, please, I'm facing some network issues. So, dear member, you am there. If anything, Sakshi, ask your question again. Another question. Sakshi,
Right, if there's no any more question, now we shall proceed to our quiz. So the quiz is all about our topic, subject and verb agreement. Oh. Continue. Yeah, just